Hello everyone. I Bhagya MP, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Sai Vidya Institute of Technology, Bangalore. Today I am going to teach you Module 1 Electrochemistry and Energy Storage System. So in the today's session I am going to teach you reference electrode definition, along with that construction, working and applications of calomel electrode. So let us start with the reference electrode definition. So when we heard reference electrode, the first thing comes to our mind is SHE, that is standard hydrogen electrode. As we all know, SHE potentially zero, that is well known to us. Then what it means? That means we know the potential of SHE. So if you know the potential of any electrode, those electrode comes under the group of reference electrode. So then what is the definition of reference electrode? Reference electrodes are those whose potential is known and also used for determination of potential of unknown electrode. So as I said, single hydrogen electrode belongs to primary reference electrode because it, it has got some own limitation. So in order to overcome the limitation, secondary reference electrode has been constructed. So in that secondary reference electrode, calomel and silver chloride is also comes under that group. So in our syllabus, we are going to study construction, working and application of calomel electrode. So first let us start with the construction. So when construction means what? What and all you are supposed to cover in this construction part. So what and all means whenever you heard the construction of any electrodes or any cell. So in that case, first thing what you should do is first you have to write the neat diagram with the proper labeling like this, followed by explanation of the neat diagram in a words that gives the construction of that respective electrode or cell. So let us start with the calomel electrode. So this is the diagram of this calomel electrode. So when you look into this diagram, so at the bottom there is a mercury and over that there is a mercury and calomel placed, and the rest of the part it is filled with the saturated KCl solution, and the middle part is platinum wire, and we are dipping platinum wire in such a way that so the platinum wire at one end it should be in touch with the mercury which is placed at the bottom, and the other end by using that so we can provide the external contact for this whole calomel electrode. So this is what the observation we could made it. So the same thing if you write it in a verse that gives the explanation of this calomel electrode. Then what is that explanation? What is the first point? See, when you look into this, so this calomel electrode consists of one long glass tube. So this is long glass tube with the two side tubes. So one is here and one is here. So the one which is present at the top, this side tube, is used to fill the saturated KCl solution, and the other side tube, it is connected to a salt bridge. That means when we connect this calomel electrode with the other electrode, so in that case, this side tube it acts as a salt bridge. So the next is, so when you look into this diagram, so mercury is placed at the bottom, and over that there is a paste of mercury and the calomel, and the rest of the portion is filled with the saturated KCl solution, and the platinum wire is dipped into the mercury at one end, and the other end it provides the external electrical contact for this electrode. Then the next is how to represent this calomel electrode. How to represent this calomel? See, so first we'll start, see whenever we are going to represent a cell, always it should be a continuation. So always you start representation of cell at one end and end with the other end. So let us start with this KCl. So I have written it Cl minus. Cl minus means it is represents KCl. So single vertical line represents the boundary line. So this KCl it is in contact with the calomel, that is Hg2Cl2. The next, this calomel is in contact with the mercury. That means between KCl and the calomel, there is a boundary line. So that boundary line is represented by a single vertical line. And mercurous chloride, that is Hg2Cl2 and mercury, there is a boundary line. So that boundary line is represented by vertical line. So in that way, we are going to represent the calomel electrode. So now we'll start with the working. So working means here we have to consider what kind of reactions taking place in the calomel electrode. As we all know, calomel electrode is a single electrode. So single electrode means sometimes it may act as an anode, sometimes it may act as a cathode. But here, since it is a single electrode, we don't know whether it acts as an anode or cathode until unless we couple this calomel electrode with the other electrode. So now we are taking a only single calomel electrode. So here we have to consider both the reactions. So the calomel electrode behaves as anode or cathode depending upon the nature of the other electrode to which it is going to be coupled. Suppose if it acts as an anode, anode means oxidation reaction takes place. So if this calomel electrode acts as an anode, so what kind of reaction takes place? This is the one. So that is mercury that reacts with the Cl minus. Where do you find the Cl minus? It is present in the KCl. So it reacts with the Cl and it gives the mercurous chloride. Along with that, two electrons are liberated. So this kind of reaction takes place in the calomel electrode only when it acts as an anode. Suppose if the same calomel electrode, if it acts as a cathode, then what will be the reaction? Then how to remember the cathode reaction? So as we all know, anode and cathode reactions are just opposite to each other. Then how to write the cathode reaction? So just interchange the reactants and products. That is Hg2Cl2. Cathode means reduction reaction. That calomel, that is mercurous chloride, it accepts the electrons and it gives mercury and Cl. Then what is the overall reaction? So this is the overall reaction. That means, so this calomel, what it represents, this reaction, there is a always forward and backward reaction. So this is about the reactions which takes place in the calomel electrode corresponds to its anodic and cathodic behavior. So now we have to apply the Nernst equation. As we all know, when we are going to derive the Nernst equation, we are considering the reduction reaction. So here the reduction reaction is, this is the one, Hg2Cl2 plus 2e electrons give rise to 2Hg plus 2Cl minus. So this is the reduction reaction. So we know the Nernst equation for single electrode, but we don't know the Nernst equation for the chemical reaction. So this is a chemical reaction. Then what is the Nernst equation for the chemical reaction? Generally, that is represented as E is equal to E naught plus 0.0591 divided by N into log of concentration of ratio of concentration of reactants to the concentration of products. So if we apply the Nernst equation for this reduction reaction, what we are going to get? We are going to get it as E is equal to E naught plus 0.0591 divided by N. N represents number of electrons, that is 2, into log of concentration of Hg2Cl2 divided by concentration of Hg twice, concentration of Cl minus twice. So here this Hg2Cl2, that is calomel, and mercury, here we are going to take it as a 1. So in that case, the previous equation becomes E is equal to E naught plus 0.0591 divided by 2 into log of 1 over Cl minus ions, concentration of Cl minus ion. Then what is the conclusion of this? When you look into this equation, what conclusion you can come? So the conclusion is the potential given by the calomel electrode it is depends on the KCl solution. That means in the calomel electrode, if the KCl solution concentration is decreases, automatically potential given by the calomel electrode is increases and vice versa. That is the conclusion of this calomel electrode. So, if we consider the general calomel electrode potential, so in the calomel electrode, so generally we are using saturated KCl solution. So, the potential given by that KCl solution is 0.24. Instead of using saturated KCl, if we used zero point 0.1 normal KCl, then what is the potential? 0.33 volt we are going to get. Instead of that, if you use one normal, what we are going to get? 0.28 volt we are going to get. So when you look into here, so 0.1 to 1, the concentration of KCl is increases. If it increases, what happens to the potential? Automatically it gets decreased. It decreases. So that is what we are seeing it. So that is about the working of calomel electrode. So working of calomel electrode means what and all you are supposed to write it. So first you have to write the reactions of anode and cathode, assuming that if the calomel electrode acts as anode, what kind of reaction takes place? If it acts as cathode, what kind of reaction takes place? After that, we have to apply the Nernst equation for the reduction reaction, and we have to derive the Nernst equation till we get this last step. So once we reach this step, so finally we have to give the conclusion. So what is that conclusion? The concentration of chloride ions increases in the calomel electrode, automatically potential decreases and vice versa. So this is about the working of calomel electrode. The next is what is the application of calomel electrode? As I said, so the application of calomel electrode or reference electrode is to determine the potential of other electrode. Along with that, it is also used as a reference electrode in almost all potentiometric determinations. So this is about the applications of calomel electrode. So this is about the concept of today's session. Thank, thank you.